Hi everyone, welcome to Social 5 University. We're going to be talking about Instagram and kind of just getting started, the very basics today. And I'm really excited to talk about this. This is something we get a lot of questions on. And so feel free as we go along to ask any questions you may have, either in the Q&A or in the chat. If I don't get to you, raise your hand. If you need more time to type or whatever, just let me know. And feel free to ask as we go. We'll also do a Q&A session at the end, so you're welcome to pop in anytime. So let's just do a quick overview of what we're going to be talking about today. So first off, one of the big questions I got when we announced that we were doing this webinar is, do you guys even offer Instagram? So we're going to be talking about that. What companies are a good fit for Instagram? We're going to go walk through the sign-up process, which is fairly easy, but it is a little intimidating because it is all phone-based, so it's all on mobile. How to do a post on Instagram, how to find followers, and we're also going to talk about how to link your accounts, your other social media accounts to Instagram. So this is the one I get a lot. Well, you guys don't offer Instagram, so why are we teaching you about it, right? And that's true, we don't here at Social 5. It's not a channel that we offer service for. And there's a really good reason for that. And that is because Instagram thrives on original photos, right? So we have this huge library of images that we use for all of your other content and everything. They're great images. They're not, your everyday stock photos and stuff, but your Instagram photos need to be by you and your business and of you and your business. There are a few exceptions to this. I included this one here from The Onion, who has made their whole Instagram page just based on stock photos. There's all funny things like this, man makes quick call to parents, so next week's call to ask for money doesn't seem that bad. So they're obviously taking it to a parody level. And if that's something you wanted to do, you're certainly welcome to. But because of that, we just haven't found a really good way to provide Instagram service at an affordable rate for our clients. We've toyed around with some different ideas of maybe we send a freelance photographer to your company and take photos and then post them over the next couple months. But we haven't been able to find a way that makes it affordable and really workable for individual businesses. So that's why we're offering this instead. It is a social medium that we believe in and that is definitely for real. It's kind of hard to outsource because it is really it's something that you want to be genuine and about you and by you. So let's talk a little bit about the types of brands that work best on Instagram. So it's primarily a visual medium. And so while any brand can market there, the most natural fit is going to be companies that have something pretty to look at, right? So you're going to see a lot of food. Instagram is very big on what we call food porn in the social media industry. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but you probably see it on your Facebook and Twitter feeds too, where folks have posted on Instagram and crossed over and it's whatever they're eating today, right? Retail tends to do really well. If you have anything to sell, posting pictures of your products always does well. Fitness and lifestyle are huge on Instagram. A lot of personal trainer people post videos or fitness tips or things like that. Weddings and events, again, really big. And you're kind of getting the picture here that, this is sort of the same audience for Pinterest. It does skew very heavily female, about 75% female on Instagram, though there are men out there too. But, it does tend to be kind of more consumer-based and go for that female demographic of that tends to be a little more well-off, have money to spend. So it's a great demographic to market to. Now, just because your business doesn't fall into one of these things doesn't mean you can't market on Instagram. You still totally can. It just means you have to be a little more creative about what you're going to take photos of and what you're going to share, right? If you're something like an insurance agent, you don't really necessarily have, photos of your product to sell that you can post on Instagram. So you're going to have to be a little more creative and think about, okay, well, is there a way I can show the personality of the folks here at our office or highlight our customers or things like that. So, you can try and use those options instead of posting about your product. Oh, sorry. All right. So let's go through how to sign up for Instagram. And again, I apologize. I'm going to start right off the bat by apologizing for the poor quality of some of these screenshots. Because Instagram it's all mobile. So that is kind of a pain in the butt if you are not a big smartphone person. It is available for Android and iPhone, and you have to start by downloading the app. You can view Instagram on a desktop or laptop, but to post something, you have to use your phone. So that's something to think about. You probably want to use a company phone, or someone, if you're the business owner, or somebody that has access to the company social media accounts. That's something to be thinking about. So you go ahead and download the Instagram app, and you'll see this come up. It'll say sign up to see your friends' photos and videos. Now it gives you a couple options here. We recommend using your email address instead of using your Facebook account. And the reason behind this is if you log in with your Facebook account, your Instagram is going to be directly tied to that Facebook account, and you can't disassociate them. Instead, what we recommend doing is using the email address that you use with your Facebook or your Twitter or whatever other social media accounts, because then you can link them later. But that way your account isn't entirely dependent on your Facebook account, right? So that way, if you decided for some reason that you wanted to deactivate your Facebook account or change it for some reason, you wouldn't lose that Instagram account too. So using the email or phone number makes it more independent in that way. You can still link them together later so that you can share your Instagram photos on those social channels, but it does give them a little bit of separation. All right, so continuing on, and again, I'm sorry, these are all photos I've taken, just screenshots from my phone as I went through and created this phony company. Once you've entered your email address or your phone number, you'll be asked to populate these following fields. And these are going to be your Instagram identity, so you want to be really careful with them, right? So the first thing is going to be the name of your company. Again, that's easy. Just put in your company name. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. This next one gets a little trickier, though. You want to do the username that you're going to be using. This is kind of the handle that you're going to be known by on Instagram. Right? And this can be kind of hard. When I was creating this account, I needed to do, I tried to do fake company, just because this is a fake account that I was creating, and that was taken. So I had to play around a little bit and finally ended up with phony company because no one had used that one yet. So, and you'll see over here on the little thing where you're putting in your name, if that isn't used yet, you'll get that little check mark next to your name. Now this does get kind of hard sometimes if you have a common business name or whatever, so you might need to be creative. Some people use like numbers in theirs. I know my personal Instagram is Kate Drake, and Kate is K8 because my actual name was already taken. Someone else out there has my Instagram account, or I guess it's hers too, But so, you kind of might have to play around with that a little bit and add some numbers or something if you have to. So play around with that, see what works, and make sure you pick something that you like, because you're going to be stuck with it, and that's what people are going to see on Instagram. Then you'll need to do a password. Obviously, you want to make sure that whoever has access to this is someone that you trust and that is part of your company's marketing team, or just someone that you trust, and you're going to want to change that if they ever leave your company, right? And then you want to do a profile pic or a company logo. And again, just pick a nice one that goes along with your company. A logo is great. A photo of you if you're an individual business owner, like a real estate agent or an insurance broker or something like that. Something along those lines that just looks nice and looks like you. All right, so you've signed up. Now you're going to get all these options to help you find followers. Instagram does this right off the bat when you sign up, but you can also come back and use these tools later. So if it's too overwhelming right at first, or you're just too excited to post that video of your cat, you can come back and do these later. So the first one it's going to give you is it's going to let you search your phone to find contacts. Now, this works okay. It works better for a personal Instagram account. It's not as great for business because you're going to be using your personal phone because you're using a cell phone. So it kind of, you might not have all the business contacts in there of everybody who's ever done business with your company, right? you might if you're someone, again, like a real estate agent or something like that, and you can find followers that way. Not a bad option, totally worth looking into, but it might just not have as much impact as some of the other options available. The one I like to recommend is using your Facebook page. It'll give you this option of find people to follow and invite people to like your invite your Facebook friends to like your page. And so that's what we're going to talk about. Again, both of these are pretty easy to use, and all you have to do is click on that button. But the Facebook one is really important because Facebook owns Instagram. So it likes to use its own tools to help you find followers and find people to follow. So again, that's another really great reason to make sure that you use that same email address when you create your Instagram account so that you can link it to your Facebook account, because they like to work together. But again, you probably don't want to sign up with Facebook just so your Instagram account isn't completely dependent on that Facebook account. All right, so once you get here, you're going to click on the Find Facebook Friends option. You can see it right up there at the top. And it'll pull up all of your Facebook friends. And you can either hit follow all on Instagram. For me, personally, I had 329 friends that are on Facebook and also on Instagram. So that's pretty awesome, and would really be a great way to get my business started, right? So you can click follow all, or you can go through and pick individuals that you want to follow. Now, of course, hopefully people will get that notification and follow you back. There's also an invite Facebook friends feature that you can use. You can see that down here a little ways. That's the third button down, invite Facebook friends, and you can send them an invitation to like your Instagram page too. Now, the funny part about this is, so I created this phony company yesterday, and it's literally called Phony Company. And last night when I went to log in, and it had only been up a couple hours, I already had 17 followers on my fake page. So obviously this is a really good tool, and really, people will see that you've got a new company going, and they'll want to follow you on Instagram. So that's really cool, but kind of sad at the same time. I hope they weren't expecting too much from my Phony Company Instagram page. So another cool thing about this is that you can link to other social channels from your Instagram tab, and you can do that under the share settings. So you click on share settings under that settings tool, and it'll bring up this whole list of different channels that you can subscribe to. You can do, a couple of them are obviously in other languages that I've never even heard of, that you can do Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Flickr, whatever. And the nice part is you can select which one I would recommend linking to all of the channels that you have accounts with, and then you can decide which ones you want to share where. So like I'll do that sometimes where I have mine set up to Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, because I have accounts on all of those. And if I'm going to post something that I want my family to see or whatever, I'll post it on my Facebook page. If it's more something silly that I want to share on Tumblr, I can post it over there. And you have the option to change that on each post that you do. So you click on the channel, and that will bring up a list of accounts that are associated with that channel. So you can see right here, I clicked on Facebook, and I had used an email address that was only associated with my personal Facebook account. But if you have the one that's associated with your business account, it will bring up a list of all the accounts associated, and you can pick which one you want. So I could, if I had done this, the problem I ran into is that I already have an Instagram account created for Social 5 under my Social 5 email address, right? And so, and I have another one under my personal email address. So I was kind of running out of fake email addresses to use for my Phony Company. So if I was doing this for Social 5, I would see that I have access to my personal page, but then also the Social 5 page. And that's how it will be for you. You can pick your business page there, and then it will link to that business page. All right, and then yeah, just choose which account you want. So you've got all your setup is done and everything. It's time to make a post. So this is what your profile is going to look like when you first get started. It's not going to have any photos or anything like that, but you're going to fix that. So you're going to click on that camera button down at the bottom and to share a photo or video. You can see the little hand is pointing to there. And now you can share photos that you've already taken, or you can add new ones by using you know, the Instagram camera. So it acts as a camera app as well if you want to take a new photo right now. So that's also an option. First, choose whichever one you want to share. I just pulled one up. Again, I was doing this on my phone. Here's one of me from a couple weeks ago with my daughter. I'm so sorry, guys. We lost our connection there for a second. So let's go back here. Looks like we got a question. Yep, okay. Can you guys all hear me again? You can go ahead and raise your hand or whatever. Okay, awesome. Sorry about that. Looks like we had a little blip in our internet service here. Okay, so back to where we were before. So you're gonna pick whatever picture you want. Again, this is just a fake thing that I was making up, so I just picked a photo that I wasn't too embarrassed to show all of you. And then you can use these editing tools that Instagram has to crop the photo, add a filter, and otherwise edit it. So you can see I switched it to black and white. There's a million different filters on there, all kinds of different cropping tools, highlighting, whatever, and it's just fun to play around with. So go ahead and play around with it, have fun, and make your photo look like whatever you want. Now your photo's ready, and you'll have hit that next button, and you're ready to make a caption. So you can use the @ symbol to tag businesses or people. You can see up here, I've used the @ symbol. I said, having fun at Disneyland. And that is the official Twitter handle, or it's the Twitter handle and Instagram handle of Disneyland itself. So I can put that in there. And then I want to start doing a hashtag. So I did hashtag and started typing in DIS, and it pulled up all of these options of, you know, I could do disco, I could do dish, or I could do Disneyland. So I chose Disneyland because that's where I was at, and it's obviously a very popular hashtag. And the nice part about this is that now not only will the people who are following me see my picture, but anybody who's searching for Disneyland on Instagram, my photo will pop up in their stream. So that's really cool. And then Disneyland itself will also get notified that I took this picture and see it, and you know, maybe they'll share it or something like that. So it's really great to use those tagging tools and those hashtags to find people. Now Instagram, unlike on Twitter where we use hashtags, it's very limited because we're limited in the number of characters that we can use. But here you can have up to 30 hashtags on a single post on Instagram. That is way too many hashtags. Please do not use that many. So make sure that you're not using that many and that you aren't, overloading it. 2 or 3 is great. 3 or 4 is probably pushing it. You don't want to just make it all hashtags. The other thing that you can do on Instagram, and you can do this with a lot of other social channels too, is that you can tag your location so that people can see where you took the photo. So that's kind of cool. And then the other thing is, again, every time you do that post, it will allow you to pick which other social channels you want to share it on. So I could pick this, and it will also give me that drop-down menu and say, do you want to share it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever other accounts I've got connected. All right. Well, that's about it. That's kind of how to get started. Obviously, once you are started, and have kind of gotten into it, you'll start to feel a little more comfortable about, what posts perform well and things like that. There is Instagram advertising and sponsored posts similar to what they do on Facebook, but we're not going to delve into that today because it's a little bit more of an advanced topic. So I'll go ahead and open it up for any questions that you guys may have, and feel free to ask those either in the Q&A or in the chat. And yeah, we'll go ahead and ask away. I'm interested also if any of you guys put up your hand if you use Instagram yourself or for your business. Anybody use it? A couple of people. Okay, awesome. Great. Well, any questions about using it for your business? Anybody? Oh, we got one. Okay. Oh, someone's asking if they can get copies of the last 2 webinars. I'm going to go ahead and post these on our blog so you can watch the recorded presentation. Again, if you need help going through, the steps and everything. So yes, you'll be able to view those on our blog. I should have those posted later today. And that's s5u.social5.net. So, all right. Any other questions? Oh, we've got some more. Hang on. So when you want to post, can you select which account to use, personal or business? So this is a little bit different because you're going to log into Instagram right away as either your business or your personal account. So you'll use that handle that you've made for your business to log in. So, so like when I go to log into my Instagram account, I can choose from either logging in as Kate Drake, as Social5, or now I have this awesome new phony company that I can log in as well. And so I do that right from the beginning. So that's something to watch out for if you're going to be doing personal and business posting, is make sure you're logging out in between sessions and double check to see which account you're logged into so that you're sharing it to the right audience. Because you don't want to share, I mean, not that people don't want to see your family photos or whatever on your business face or your business Instagram page, but maybe you don't want to share them there, right? All right, any other questions? All right, well, we'll go ahead and sign off, and we'll see you guys all again in a couple of weeks. Have a great day, and we hope to see you soon. Thanks so much for attending.